Hi guys, it's Krystal. Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. So today I have another review for you, and it's on the new L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur products. These are part of a new collection from L'Oreal. It is permanent. I've seen it at Walmart, Target, Ulta, and CVS, and I think Walgreens as well. So I picked mine up at Ulta when they were having 40% off. I thought that would be the best time to snag it and give it a try. So I've actually been using it for quite some time now. I've been using it for probably a week and a half or something like that. So I've been using it every single day since I picked it up. The collection comes with a Visible Lift Blur foundation. It looks like this. It comes with a Visible Lift Blur concealer. And then it has 3 Visible Lift Blur blushes, and they look like this. So I'm going to go over all of these and then give you my thoughts on them. I also have a demo of me applying each one, so I will insert those clips as I'm talking. So first, let's start off with the foundation. The foundation is 1.3 fluid ounces, 40 milliliters, so it's a little bit more than a standard foundation. This has an SPF of 18. It says on the back that it instantly blurs lines, spots, and uneven texture for younger looking skin in just seconds. Skin feels touchably soft and smooth. I got the color in Nude Beige. This was the 3rd shade. The lightest shade seemed way too light. I did pick up the lightest shade and this shade, not knowing which one was going to be the best, because the lightest one looked too light and then this one looked like it might be a little bit too dark. The second color was a very, very, very pink toned, so I just skipped out on that one. So I figured if anything, I'll mix the 2 colors together that I got. But I ended up sticking with this one, which is the 3rd shade, Nude Beige. The first one I did return. I didn't use it, I just returned it. I didn't want to open it up. So this color is a little bit off for me. I mean, I can make it work, but it is a little bit pink. Not too bad. I would say this is probably more of a neutral shade compared to the other ones, the other 2 colors that I was just talking about, but it definitely looks okay once I blend it down my neck and everything like that. So this is what the foundation looks like. It comes in the squeeze tube, which I kind of like. It makes it easy for traveling and stuff like that. But it has a kind of medium consistency. Like, it's not real runny and it's not real thick either. It's like in between. So that's what it looks like. It blends into the skin really, really seamlessly. I've been enjoying using this foundation with my beauty blender. And I don't use the beauty blender a lot when I apply foundations. I like to use my brushes most of the time. But I find with this foundation, the best way to apply it was with my damp beauty blender. I just felt like it blended the product out the best. When I used a brush, I felt like the brush was leaving those streak marks. Now the foundation is very slick, almost like it is silicone based. So if you don't like that, you know, that silicone filling, then you may not like this product, but I believe that's why it blurs and smooths out your skin's texture, because it does have that kind of silicone feel to it. So there it is applied to my hand. I kind of blended it out. But it just really does truly blend out any imperfections, smooths out your skin's surface. It is a light coverage foundation. Like, if you put 1 layer on, it's a light coverage, but you can definitely build it up, which is what I've been doing, because I don't really like to wear light coverage foundations. I like something medium to full coverage. So what I've been doing is I go in with my beauty blender, apply 1 layer, and then I will go back and apply a second layer. And I like it because it is buildable, but it doesn't look cakey once you build it up to 2 layers. It still looks like your skin. It has a slight, maybe dewy finish, dewy to satin finish. I wouldn't say it's completely dewy. It's not like the L'Oreal Lumi foundation, but it is slightly dewy to satin, and I've really, really been enjoying this. Now, when I first purchased it and started using it, I kind of had mixed feelings about it, but as I continue to use it with like the beauty blender and building it up, I've really grown to love it. So like I said, I used the brush initially, didn't really like it that way. And I started using the damp beauty blender, and I love applying it that way because you can really build it up and it looks still like skin and it looks natural. Now the one thing about it is it smells kind of funky. It's weird because every time I put this on, I'm like, what does that smell? But it's the foundation. It smells like tanning lotion. I don't know what it is, but there's something in here that smells kind of like tanning lotion. And I don't think it's the SPF because it doesn't smell like sunscreen. It smells like, you know, when you put tanning lotion on, like a self tanner, it has that funky smell to it. I don't know, it's really, really strange. So the smell does go away after a while. It's just initially when I first start putting it on is when I notice it. So the smell doesn't bother me too much anymore because I've gotten used to it, and it's not like I smell it all day or anything like that. Now the color is slightly off. It's not a perfect match. As with most drugstore foundation, it's really hard to find a perfect match. So overall, I've been really enjoying the foundation, especially right now. I like something that's not quite as full coverage. I've tried applying my full coverage foundations this summer, and I'm not feeling them. I'm not liking it. One, they feel heavier. I feel like the full coverage foundations have been accentuating like everything on my face, like all my imperfections. So I've been going for a more natural type of foundation, and I think that's why I've been enjoying a lot of these new foundations, because I've been enjoying the new CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous, because it has a very nice satin finish. It looks like skin. The other one I've been loving is the new Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch foundation, which is also more of a natural skin looking foundation. And then third is this new foundation. So to my surprise, I've been loving all these new foundations that the drugstore has been coming out with. They're really stepping up their game, I swear. So yeah, I'm really liking this. If you like a light to medium coverage foundation, you like it to look like skin, not cakey, buildable, has an SPF, give this a try. And they do have a wide variety of colors, so give this one a try. I think it's a really great foundation, and I've been really enjoying it. All right, so next is the concealer. This is the Visible Lift Concealer. I got mine in the shade Fair. Now they only have 3 shades of the concealer, so I got the lightest shade in Fair. It is in a smaller tube than the foundation. So the concealer comes in 0.6 fluid ounces or 20 milliliters. And again, they only have 3 shades. The back of this says instantly blurs the look of lines, spots, and under eye circles. So I don't feel like this concealer gives the best coverage. So if you need a lot of coverage, like especially under your eyes because you have dark circles, this probably wouldn't be the concealer for you. But I don't have dark circles, so I don't really need a concealer that has a lot of pigment to it. Even though I do use a lot of them, I don't really need it. I really just like to use concealer under my eyes to brighten up my under eye area. So this color definitely does that for me. It's in the shade Fair, and it actually has a pink undertone to it. It's very pink based. So that can actually help brighten up the under eye area a lot. So I know the lighting is horrible right now. So anyway, that's what it looks like. I think the coverage of this is decent. It's just not the most pigmented. Like I've used more pigmented under eye concealers that give better coverage, but I have been enjoying this. Now, the thing with this is if I apply too much of this under my under eye area, it will sink into my fine lines and accentuate those fine lines. So that's the one downfall I have with this. If I apply it lightly, then I don't have any problems with it. Like today I applied it very lightly, as you'll see in the demo. And I feel like the more you put, the more accentuated your fine lines are going to be. So I've been enjoying this. I don't know that I would repurchase it because it's not my favorite concealer, but I feel like you do get a lot of product in here. It's in a squeeze tube. I just dab it on with my fingers and then blend it out with the Beauty Blender. And I've been enjoying it. So I really think it brightens up my under eye area. Now, if you have blemishes on your face that you want to use for this, I don't think this is going to be the best concealer for concealing blemishes. So that's my thought on the concealer. So I did change the lighting a little bit, so I hope I'm not too dark now, but I want to go over the blushes. There's 3 shades of the blushes, and I changed the lighting a little bit darker so that you could see the true color of the blush better. So these are the same size as the concealer. They're 20 milliliters. And again, they have 3 shades, so I'm going to squeeze out each color and then talk about them. So this is the one in Soft Peach. So that is what Soft Peach looks like. The next one is called Soft Pink. And it's weird because the consistency is not consistent among these. Like Soft Peach has a totally different consistency than the other 2. Do you see that? Like this one's more like moussey looking and this one's like more creamy looking. It's very strange. And then the last one is called Soft Berry. All right, so those are all 3 shades. Soft Peach, Soft Pink, Soft Berry. So look at that. The consistency is so much different on this one than these 2 over here. It's just very strange. All right, so I'm gonna blend these out. So when you start touching these, they're very, very silicone feeling. And okay, so there is slightly blended out. I didn't blend them all the way out. There we go, right there. All right, so let's talk about Soft Peach, which is the lightest shade. This one over here. This one I would pass on, especially if you're of a darker skin tone. This Soft Peach, it just blends out to almost nothing. Like, it's barely there. You can barely see any color payoff once you start blending it in. So that one is just so sheer, and it almost just disappears once you start blending it too much. I like to apply these with my e.l.f. small stipple brush. So what I do is squeeze them on the back of my hand, dip my brush into the product, and then stipple it on, and then kind of blend it in. Now, cream products and I have never gotten along, and I don't think we ever will. I personally don't like these blushes. Now, I think the two darker ones look pretty when I first put them on, but when I apply a cream product over my liquid foundation, it picks up my foundation and it makes that area just very splotchy, and it's not even. So that is why I don't like cream products or moussey products like this, because they just don't work for me. So this one, you know, Soft Peach, it just blends into nothing. These two are very pretty, and they do give you this like kissed glow when you put them on, but like I said, it's very patchy and it picks up my foundation, so that causes all the patchiness, and it just, that surface of my skin, it just doesn't look even with my foundation and my blush. So I'm really not a fan of these. I'm actually going to return them today. That's why I wanted to film this video for you. I know I've watched somebody else's video where they actually really like these, and I think they're okay. The two darker shades, like the medium and the darkest one, I think they're okay, and they do look natural and like a little glow to your cheeks, but me and cream products don't get along. So I personally don't love them, so I'm not going to keep them. I'm just going to return them. But I have really been liking the foundation. That is my favorite product of the bunch. So I highly recommend the foundation. The concealer is okay. Like, it's not my favorite. I think it brightens up under the eyes really nicely. But if you're somebody who needs more coverage because you have dark circles, I would pass on this. Don't pick it up. And then the blushes. If you don't like cream products or moussey products, especially when it comes to blushes, don't get those. Just pass on those. So out of all the things, I recommend the foundation the most. So that is it. I hope I answered all the questions for you. Please leave your comments down below if you are curious about anything that I missed. And I hope you guys have a really great day. And I do have a tutorial for this look, so if it's already posted before this, I will link it down below. And if not, just stay tuned for it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!